We just came off such a great celebration of Purim, Monday night at this Jewish center. We all gathered, heard the Megillah, had some food, heard some Jewish insights, a beautiful community gathering in a beautiful space. And then came the day of Purim itself on Tuesday, when many volunteers spread out into the city to give out all the mishloach manot gift packages, and other volunteers. So many people came together to prepare for this amazing celebration that we had, a community celebration at the La Fonda Hotel. Over the top. The food was just outstanding. Special thanks to the Voraleya for coordinating it all together with Marcel Wallace and Christina Krenzel. Persian food. The Persians at the party said it was outstanding. Then many other volunteers who helped prepare, plan, execute this amazing celebration. We all gathered together. We were in costume. We danced. We sang. We heard the Megillah, the beautiful story, the Ganze Megillah. We heard some insights, some ideas. We played some games. We danced. We celebrated our heritage. And it was just so amazing, and we really thank everybody. We hope you had an amazing time and are still on a high from that. And we want to make sure we continue that celebration into the next weeks and days and years. This week Torah reading is Ki Tisa, and it speaks about the unfortunate story of the sin of the golden calf. After Moses received the Torah on Mount Sinai, after the great revelation at Sinai, Moses went up to the mountain and he came back 40 days later and he saw the Jews had made a golden calf, had rejected the covenant with God and had forgotten their relationship. And Moses had to plead with God to forgive the Jewish people, and after much acquiescing and much praying, Moses received atonement for the Jewish people and was told that he's getting another set of tablets that God will engrave, because Moses had broken the tablets that they received at Mount Sinai. And they were given a second set of tablets. That day that they received the tablets that Moses got the second set of tablets was Yom Kippur, and that's why it's set as a day of atonement forever. Now there is this connection between Yom Kippur and Purim. It sounds a little off, funny, that there's a connection between Yom Kippur, which is the most solemn day of the year, and Purim, which is the most jolly, happy day of the year. But in fact, the words Yom Kippurim, as mentioned in the Torah, has the same words of Purim. So in the Torah, Yom Kippur is called Yom Kippurim, plural, a day of atonement, and Purim is Purim. And this is not just coincidental, as our Kabbalists teach us that Yom Kippur and Purim are really related, because what you could experience on Yom Kippur through fasting, you could experience on Purim through joy. And the reason is because Yom Kippur celebrates the depth of our souls, that even if we sinned, even if we did something wrong, and if we broke the covenant, we could reconnect, because we have something very deep that's unseverable from God. And Purim also celebrated that. The Jewish people had failed, and there was a decree against them, and they overcame it by reconnecting by fasting and praying and remembering who they were and reconnecting with their heritage. And at the end of the celebration of Purim, as we read in the Megillah, Kimu v'kiblu haYehudim, the Jews accepted the covenant with Hashem, with God. They received the Torah again. They took upon themselves to really be dedicated to the Torah, just like on Yom Kippur. In fact, even more so, Purim, the word Purim means lots that Haman drew to decide when to annihilate the Jewish people, God forbid. And on Yom Kippur, the high priest would have to draw lots in order to decide which animal should go to Azazel and which animal should be brought into the Holy of Holies. So there's something about a lot that goes beyond ourselves. That's why we're supposed to be excited on Purim ad lo yada, until we don't know. We have to suspend or reach beyond understanding. Of course, we're a nation of understanding, of wisdom, and Yom Kippur we go beyond that wisdom, and so too on Purim, where we all have an experience, continue the celebrations of Purim, and of course prepare for Passover. Maybe we all have a kosher and happy Passover. Shabbat Shalom.